But yeah, transitioning over to just my top 10 guys. This is where we can start talking, more about how how they played and really who they are. We got Travis Hunter at my number one spot overall. I know
That's
everybody.
Really?
your number one spot.
That's my number one spot,
Wow.
100%.
Wow, I would
Yeah.
not have thought that.
Controversial.
Come on, bring
Yes.
it, bring it, bring
Don't
it.
like it. Well,
Wow.
I don't think he's a bad player. Don't get me wrong. I mean, actually, I argued. I was happy that he won the Heisman. I know me and the chicken went back and forth on who we thought should be the Heisman Trophy winner, right? But Travis Hunter played both sides of the ball, and he played them both sides very well. So I think he's a stud. But the number one in the draft, the best player in the draft, I don't think there is anyone better.
Let's just ask this. What do you base that when you're looking and making that decision? What is your criteria to base this is my guy, the top prospect out of all the guys?
Well, I think truly only the top 4 guys in this class are truly elite prospects. I think this is kind of a weaker class comparative to others. I mean, you have Marvin Harrison Jr. in this class.
Don't judge us by those comments, guys. No, I'm just playing.
If you have Marvin Harrison Jr. in this class, if you have Jaden Daniels in this class, if you have Malik Neighbors in this class, if you have Joe Alt in this class, Joe Alt out of Notre Dame last year, if you had those guys in this class, they would be hands down the best player. Hands down. But I'm kind of basing this off of, we got 4 to 5 elite players, and the rest are going to be kind of your good players, I guess. I know it's kind of hard to hear. Usually every guy in that top 10 is elite, but simply they're not in this year. This year is kind of the weaker class outside of your running back and defensive line position is completely stacked.
Now let's talk about let's quantify what you're calling elite. So when a player's coming out of high school, right, to a college, they got stars. And a 5-star is really nothing special other than you're a 4-star, but if they could draft you today, chances are a team would, right? Like that's your 5-star. So when you're talking about elite versus good NFL prospect, where is your line of demarcation for a future Hall of Famer? Is it, well, if you're an elite draft pick, I think that you're probably a future Hall of Famer, or no, there's still some good players in there that are probably future Hall of Famers as well?
Yeah, I would say simply, if you're an elite guy, I expect you to have a great chance at becoming a Hall of Famer. And I only think there's 4 or 5 guys this year.
And who are those 4 or 5 guys?
So my top 5 in order: Travis Hunter at 1, Abdul Carter at 2, Ashton Jeanty at 3. I got Mason Graham, the defensive tackle out of Michigan, at 4. And then I got Tyler Warren, the tight end, at 5. Out of
Wow.
State.
Wow.
Yep. We got 5 guys that I think truly can be elite. Now, can my 6, Jalen Walker, can my 7, Armand Mimbu, can they move up? Absolutely. But as of right now, with what it stands, I don't see them becoming, high upside Hall of Famers. I think they're going to be great players, and that's why they're in the top 10. But I don't think that they're more than likely than not to be a Hall of Famer. I think pretty easily, I know everybody knows what Jeanty did this season for Boise State. That guy can be a Hall of Famer. Travis Hunter, if he truly plays the role that he thinks he can, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. If he plays just receiver, he'll be a top 5 to 7 receiver in the league. That's a Hall of Fame position, depending on, all pros and whatnot. But Abdul Carter, he played his first year of defensive end last year, and he was 2nd or 3rd in the nation in sacks. That is Hall of Fame material. So I think also Mason Graham, out of Michigan, him and Abdul Carter are my only 2 elite prospects on the defensive line. Mason Graham can also be a unit. I mean, right now, I think most guys have him mocked to the Jaguars at 5. You place him next to Trayvon Walker, I'm telling you, it's over for opposing AFC South teams. Stroud's going to have a fun running away from those boys, for sure.